Welcome back. This one-on-one is brought to you by Pothole Frozen Pizza from Quick Trip.
Dominate the game like we supposed to. Dodging all lanes like we supposed to. I just run the play like we supposed to. Gotta run like we supposed to.
Touchdown, Davante Adams!
Davante's a dynamic player, there's no doubt about it. One of the best in the league.
Makes the most of it.
The big plays are going to Davante Adams.
Watch left side of the end zone. Leaping grab. Davante Adams.
Caught for the touchdown.
Davante Adams is worth the price of admission.
Dominate the game like we supposed to. I'm just staying in my lane and I'm supposed to. Be 100 ain't a thing, I ain't checking for no lames. Only gang with the dudes that I'm close to. Team on 3, no fail when we break. Lombardi is the only L's that we take. Tap the pylon, then we all celebrate. Then it's back to the huddle, time to cook another play.
Now, clearly, you are, I'm not trying to embarrass you, you are a great, great player. And I've always been interested in great player mentality. When you're playing, do you ever think you're covered?
No, I don't. Sometimes when I reflect and I go watch the film, sometimes I can say, I could have did a little bit better job with this, a little bit better job with that. But for the most part, I like to, just based off the intention and, the speed I play with and the confidence I play with, it takes away from the confidence of the defender oftentimes. So it makes my job a little bit easier. I'm able to just get into my routes, with them kind of being worried about, they kind of got this predisposed notion about my releases. So a lot of times I don't have to do much. I just kind of, give them a move and get into it and just play fast. So when you do that, that mixed with the mental part with the DB, it makes it tough for them as well. So to answer your question, I don't believe that I'm covered very often. I got to be real on tape sometime and, see how it breaks down. But in the game, every time Aaron asks me, hey, how'd it look over there? I always tell him I was open, just so he can know next time to look over there.
No, it was cool to see. On your second TD catch, when I'm watching it, I'm thinking to myself, now Davante, now he has moves off his moves. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it was like 2 years ago on social media, I was trying to expand my release package and keep improving on one of my strengths and just being creative and, trying different things in practice and trying to just take advantage of every moment that I have out there just on the field, be it in the game or practice, just to continue to get better and, keep them guessing. But, yeah, I'd say that's a pretty accurate assessment at this point.
You individually are coming off a big game against the Chicago Bears. And I wanted to ask you about your first touchdown catch. Okay, out and up, a couple of Bears in the neighborhood, and you make the catch, which requires, I would think, 150% of your attention. How do you know that Bear is right there and you have to make an instantaneous move? Do you just feel it?
Yeah, it's just a feel thing. Obviously, you can't really take your eyes off the ball when it's up in the air like that. Perfect throw by Aaron. He put it right in the perfect spot for me to be able to come back. Honestly, I think if the ball was thrown outside, that's typically where that ball would go. But him kind of leaving it inside a little bit allowed me to come back to the ball and make a move and just kind of feel out where the defenders were. And it was a plus that they ended up running into each other. That part wasn't by design, but I'll take it anytime that can happen.
Davante Adams makes the catch, cuts it back to the 5, end zone, touchdown. They split 2 defenders. Davante Adams.
Davante, do you think Aaron, I hear the guys debated on TV all the time, do you think Aaron is playing at his all-time best?
I mean, it's up there. But yeah, he's been playing, just the type of ball that I'm used to seeing him play. And I think kind of got the LeBron effect right now a little bit where he's been doing it so much and for so long where you kind of don't fully understand exactly what he's doing until you look back and see the numbers and the efficiency. And, he's a great player. And that's what we expect, and that's what we're going to need out of him to go and win a Super Bowl this year.
One last thing for you, Davante. You're coming off a game where you faced a very familiar opponent. Now you're facing in Baltimore a not so familiar opponent. What changes, what challenges are you guys faced with as you approach the game against the Ravens?
Just like you said, it's an unfamiliar opponent, so we're not as used to in-game experience and being able to judge what they're going to do. Obviously there's film, but when you haven't played that team, you don't know how they're going to play you in particular. Especially with Aaron and I, teams tend to switch up, what they would typically do and alter it to kind of cater to, the strengths of our offense, obviously. So we play unfamiliar opponents all the time. Just really stick to what we do. Go play Packer football and look up at the scoreboard, and hopefully it says Packers win at the end.
Davante, thanks for the time and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, boss. Great having me.